Good afternoon and welcome to Scrapbooking with a Twist. I am going to do a little organization video today. This is part of Ginger's Corner, the organization hop on Ginger's Corner. If you haven't been watching those organization videos, you need to. There's some really good ideas in there. So in one of my previous videos this year, I showed you where I keep my papers. Well, you know how organization is. It's an ongoing process. Well, I have totally changed how I keep my papers. Also, if you've been listening to my videos, you know that I had a really good friend that passed away here a while back. She was just a unbelievable card maker, but she also did some scrapping and other paper crafts. And her son and daughter-in-law gave me the opportunity to take a bunch of her stuff, anything I wanted, basically. And so she had some cabinets. This stack of cabinets right here was in her stuff. And so I got them, plus some other stuff I'm going to show you, but I got them, brought them home, and then I got tons of paper and things like that. Brought them home and decided that I wanted another stack of those same cabinets so that I could reorganize my pattern paper. So what I did, now these are from Michael's. This is a set, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drawers. They are perfect for your papers. You can see papers fit in here. These drawers are about, I'm going to say at least 13 by 13. So you can easily get full sheets with their branding strips in and out, maybe even 14 or right at 14 by 14. So let me show you how I organized my papers. This is not my cardstock. This is pattern paper, and it is topical paper, okay, I'm just going to start and go down. This drawer is travel. Well, I just bumped into my picture frame. This drawer is travel. It has it has some travel collections. It has some travel individual papers, things like that. This drawer is birthday. And it has, like I said, and I've even got some things in folders in the drawers, so that specific things. Then I go to Mother's Day, Father's Day, fall, school, and fall is fall and Halloween. School, then we go down to hunting, fishing, and camping, sports, boys miscellaneous, when it's something that's specifically my boys but doesn't fit into any of these other drawers. And then I have Easter and spring, and then down at the bottom it says Valentine and Halloween, but I think I actually moved my Halloween into the fall drawer. Then over here I have map, music, brick, and like rock and things like that. I have wood grains, grids, and then just some things that are definitely like some mixed media, some things like that. They're definitely background papers. Then I start into my colors. These things in here are just like aqua pattern papers. Then we go to my pinks and purples, and then to greens. And then we go down to orange and yellow, red, blue, brown, black, and gray. This has just absolutely been amazing for me. I sit where I'm standing. My desk is right behind me. These cabinets are right behind me, and I sit at my desk right in front of them, and I can just turn around, pull those drawers open, and access anything that I want to. So I'm going to do the twist right quick, and then I'm going to move on and show you a couple of other things. The twist today is going to really be short. It's from Galatians 6:9, and it says, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." I think I always remembered memorizing that in, I had it written down a while ago. Faint not in well-doing, I think was how I had it in my mind. But the idea is the same. Sometimes we look around and nobody else is doing what seems right, but that's no excuse for us not to do what seems right. Sometimes people are doing wrong to us, and we'd really like to do wrong back to them, but that's no excuse. Our instruction is to faint not in doing well, to do what we know is right, even in the face of adversity, even when we're the only one doing it. We just need to keep on plugging and do what we know is right, because there's a promise at the end of that verse. If we'll just keep on doing it and we don't give up, we're going to reap a reward. The other people will reap what they deserve, but we will reap our reward for continuing to do good even when it wasn't easy. Okay, so that is these cabinets, and I absolutely love them, and they just changed the look of my craft area. They neatened it up so much. Now, this next cabinet, let me back up just a little. This one I have shown you before, so I'm not going to go all the way through it. I bought this one at Scrapbook Convention quite a few years ago, and I've got drawers labeled, and those labels change just depending on what I'm doing. Now, I am going to go over a few. There are a few drawers that do not change. Like I have my Misty and all of my stamping stuff in this drawer. I call this drawer Sparkles. It actually has enamel dots, jewels, that kind of thing. Then I have brads. I have my washi tape. Down here I have a drawer because I use hole punches, my banner punches, my tags, my corner punches a lot, and they all fit in that drawer. And then I have some, binders that I keep my embellishments in, but occasionally I have things that are too big. I have scraps of paper that maybe I don't want to put, that are small, that I don't want to put in the other drawer with my full sheets, so I can keep those specific scraps in there. Just whatever I want with a bunch of these different topics. Or layouts that I'm working on. I keep my wood veneer over here because I don't use a whole lot of wood veneer, but I keep it right behind me where I can, my shaker things are right behind me so that I can find them. And then just odds and ends. I have some packaging. I have my stencils. I have my recipe book stuff. I have embossing folders down there. So I love this cabinet. And then you can see on the top of this cabinet, sorry if I'm moving too fast, let me kind of go back to the top of those drawers. This is my electric Big Shot. I don't use it all the time, but when I do, I love it. It can hold an 8.5 by 11, and it's electric. You don't have to crank it, and it sits there. And then down on the top of this is my Silhouette Cameo, and I love it. I use it a lot. And you've heard me say if I had to choose between Cricut or Silhouette and couldn't have both, I would probably choose my Silhouette. And then is my Big Shot, my die cut machine. And then on the top of this next set of cubes, actually, you can see that I have my Silhouette there. On top of those new cabinets, I have my electric Big Shot, and then my Silhouette, and then my my hand die cut Big Shot, and then there is my Cricut, and then there are all of my die cuts. Excuse my messy stuff under my shelf there that I have pinned to the wall. And then under my Cricut and right beside my Big Shot, this is where all of my plates for my die cut machines and all that type of thing is, in my paper towels. And down here I have, this is like wax paper, that type of thing. And then I keep some collections and some page kits in these tubs down there. And then in the next 3 or 4 cubicles, I have just my cardstock. And then those folders are folders that have layout ideas. They have some Cricut pictures of things I do on the Cricut. And then those bottom 2 cubicles are card making things. And then those 2 cubicles here on the side are like more my office stuff. Then the next thing I want to show you is another shelf that I got from my friend. And I had moved this while ago and I need to move it back. So at the end of my little craft space, I have this. I got the shelf on the, well, one of them, I don't know which one, but I got one of these shelves from my friend who passed away. The one on with this one has my old Cricut on top. I still love my old Cricut. I have tons of cartridges and I love it. It's just 6 inches, but it is so simple, so fast and simple. So I keep it. I love it. And then I have drawers that fit in this. Now, these drawers, of course, didn't come in this. These were to a shelf that I had a long time ago. And the shelf didn't work well, but I loved the drawers. So I kept the drawers thinking that someday I would have a shelf that they would work well in, and now I do. This is going to be a bunch of layouts for a Colorado trip that we took. And so I love those drawers to keep things like that where I'm going to work on something and keep it organized and keep it separated and not put back in with everything else. And if I find an embellishment or a specific piece of paper, I can just toss it in that drawer knowing that I want to use it for that. And I have a couple of iris containers that I've got like there's another Colorado trip, there's a Kentucky trip. Some extra at the bottom, I have my little baggies, and I have some extra ink pads. This one, I actually have a stack of layouts on top that need to be put away. But this one, my printer sits on top of it. And then everything under that printer, everything in that cabinet is Christmas. The only Christmas thing that I have that is not in that cabinet is just my binder with Christmas embellishments in it. But these are some more types of embellishments that don't go in the binder. I have my Christmas paper scraps. I have Christmas papers. I have Christmas collections. I have 6x6 and 8x8 Christmas, and I've got wooden stamps down on the bottom. So everything Christmas, I can just roll that cart over to my desk and I have everything Christmas right at my fingertips. And then of course I have the one binder that has Christmas embellishments in it. Now, I want to show you a couple of other things. These are nearly everything in here is on casters. So I can just roll this little cabinet out, like put it over in front of the other one, and then I have complete access. Actually, I have complete access to this with that cabinet in place. This in the corner, this is all, from here down, is all one unit. And a bunch of drawers, different size drawers. And then these 4 things up here are add-ons. That one's kind of crooked right now. But that is all of my punches, and I have them labeled. And I have the ones I use the most up in here. That way I don't have to move that little cabinet. But if it's something down in there, I just roll that little cabinet out of the way. But I don't use my punches all the time, so rarely do I have to roll that out of the way. And then this is absolutely awesome. This is a cabinet that I also got from my friend that passed away. You can see I labeled everything nicely. Another friend had given me literally tubs of 8.5 by 11 paper when she quit scrapbooking. And so I took this and I put all of my 8.5 by 11 paper in it by color, all the way down. So I've got it all the way from white, off-white, yellow, orange and peach, red, pink and purple, aqua, blue, craft, brown, black, and gray, all the way down. Anyway, this is just an amazing, and these little drawers just open and close so well. And that 8.5, plenty of room for that 8.5 by 11 paper. And some of those drawers literally are so full that I had all of this left over. That's how much paper my friend gave me, plus what I already had. So it's a crazy amount of paper. But eventually I'll be able to get all of that in those drawers. But this is just another awesome cabinet that I got from my friend. So I just I just totally revamped all of this, and I want to kind of give you a bird's eye view here of that back corner. And like I said, I can that one little cart just rolls right back into that spot. I've already shown you this big old bookcase room divider that I have, but that is where I keep all of my binders with my embellishments. And then up on the top shelf is where I keep the scrapbooks. The red ones are for my son and his family. The aqua ones are for my daughter and her family. You can see I've got flip flaps in a drawer here and my acrylic blocks. I have my clear rubber stamps in a couple of bins, and they're all divided and labeled. But I think I've shown you this before, but I wanted to show you my new cabinets. Just kind of give you a little tour, because as we all know, organizing is an ongoing process and it changes all the time. And it hadn't been that long ago that I showed you my organization, and now it's already changed again. So I hope you have a blessed day and be a blessing to someone else. And thanks for dropping by my channel.